Pablo Escobar, a name that echoes through the annals of criminal history, wielded an influence so profound it shook the very pillars of nations. A man of humble beginnings who transformed into a figure of terror and awe, his power was such that he was once deemed the seventh richest man in the world by Forbes magazine. Born on December 1st, 1949 in Rio Negro, Colombia, Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was the third of 7 children. His mother, Hermilda Gaviria, was a schoolteacher, and his father, Abel de Jesus Dari Escobar, was a farmer. The young Escobar grew up in poverty, but he always had ambitions far greater than his modest upbringing. Escobar began his life of crime in his teenage years, stealing tombstones and selling counterfeit high school diplomas. By the time he was in his 20s, he was smuggling contraband cigarettes, household appliances, and eventually cocaine. He founded the infamous Medellin cartel in the late 70s, which quickly grew into one of the most powerful and feared drug trafficking organizations in the world. The Medellin cartel at its peak was responsible for an estimated 80% of the cocaine that was smuggled into the United States. The profits were staggering, with estimates reaching as high as $22 billion a year. Escobar's wealth grew to such an extent that he offered to pay Colombia's national debt of $13 billion to avoid extradition to the US. Yet, Escobar was not just a drug lord, he was a Robin Hood-like figure to many in Medellin. He built houses, schools, and hospitals with his drug money, and many saw him as a benefactor, a protector of the poor. This dual identity made him a complex and contentious figure. In the mid-80s, Escobar entered politics, leveraging his popularity among the poor to secure a seat in the Colombian Congress. However, his criminal activities eventually led to his downfall. His wealth and power could not protect him from the enemies he made, both in the Colombian government and among rival drug cartels. Escobar's reign came to an end on December 2, 1993, when he was shot and killed by Colombian National Police, a day after his 44th birthday. His death marked the end of an era, but the legacy of his empire lives on. Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine, was a paradox. A ruthless drug lord and a generous philanthropist, a feared criminal and a beloved public figure. His life serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of ambition unchecked by morality. His influence, for better or worse, has left an indelible mark on Colombia and the world. His story is a testament to the extremes of human capability, a tale of power, wealth, terror, and ultimately downfall. In the grand tapestry of history, Pablo Escobar's thread is a dark and tangled one. It's a narrative that has fascinated and horrified us in equal measure. It's a story that, despite its grim undertones, continues to captivate us, reminding us of the complex and often contradictory nature of humanity.